What's up, everybody? My name's Dave. We're gonna do another drawing today. Today we're gonna do the self-portrait challenge. I don't really know if this exists. I'm pretty sure it does, but I'm gonna try to draw my own self-portrait in 5 different styles. One of them will be my own. And the way that I'm gonna focus on it is I'm gonna try to do. I already did it once, and I didn't really like the way it was turning out because I did all like animated shows and stuff, like Adventure Time and stuff, and maybe I'll show what they looked like. They weren't very good, so I'm trying it again. Practice makes perfect. So today I'm gonna do some of my favorite Instagram artists. I think that might turn out a little bit better. Some of them will be a little bit more sketchy. Some of them will be a little bit more polished. Who knows, really? We're just gonna try to do headshots, like head and bust, and or head and shoulders, I guess. I'm not gonna go all the way down to like my chest or anything, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully these turn out a little bit better. Let's give it a shot. So the first one I'm going to jump into is Bad Bucket, or Connor Fawcett. He's one of my favorites, and I'm going to be using this post for reference. This is like an old post where he did Face Your Art, and I don't know, turned out good, so I'm going to try to take some of the style that he has here, and of course all the links will be in the description to all the artists, and you should follow them. It's sort of like killing two birds with one stone, like what artists I would recommend to follow if you're interested in art or anything like that. But these are going to be at least 4 good ones, and maybe me if you think I'm good. So I'm going to jump right into it. So I'm going to just time-lapse these, and we'll see you on the other side.
Including our university research professors, the Alumni Association Great Teachers, and the recipients of the Provost Outstanding Faculty Teaching Award. These individuals represent the finest academic scholars and administrators in higher education. I ask they stand and be recognized. They stand and be recognized.
Alright, so here we go. Number 1. I feel pretty good about this. I definitely feel better about this one than I did about the ones that I made for the previous version of this video. I like it a lot. I think it's come out a lot better than some of my other attempts at self-portraits. So yeah, his Bad Bucket style is obviously really graphic, dark shadows, but not using black. I'm pretty sure I've never seen a post where he uses like real black. It's usually just like a gray, so that's what I did. Outlined in white, which makes it sort of pop out like that. I think it looks cool. Lines for eyes, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I feel like I definitely evoked that style, but also sort of kept my likeness a little bit. So I'm excited to do what's next. The next style I think I'm gonna do is Jake Wyatt. His Instagram is Jake Wyatt Riot, and yeah, so I'm gonna jump right into that. Well, shoot, I forgot to record the last drawing, but like I said before, I was gonna do Jake Wyatt, and I love the style that he draws in. It's a little similar to Bad Bucket, but it's pretty different, and I had to do some different stuff. So real quick, I'll just run you through what I did. This is the reference that I used, as well as some other things from his Instagram. Just I thought it would be kind of interesting to try to do an upshot, so I moved on to do this sketch. Sort of looks like me in his style, so I went forward with it, did the line work on top, and then he sort of has like, his color is kind of like this ink washy type color, so I threw a little bit of green behind it and some color on top, and he uses a lot of those bright, vibrant colors, and I think that's very indicative of his style, as well as a very pink skin. Well, at least Caucasian skin, it's very pink rather than sort of a desaturated pinkish, yellowy, orangey type thing that I feel like is a little bit more average. But in general, I feel like it looks really cool. I'm not sure what I could do to make it look more like his style, but I think to make it look a little bit more like me, I could have done a different pose or something else. And my hair's not really that yellow, but he has a blonde character in the more recent stuff that he's put out that's has very yellow hair, and I thought it would just sort of help to evoke his style a little bit more. But I really like the way it turned out, and I'm going to do another one. So the next style that I want to do is Death Burger, and they do lots of cyberpunk and cool drawings, which is really exactly what I'm into right now. So I'm going to try to do some of that. And when I do my style at the end, you'll see a lot of inspiration comes from these artists that I'm picking from. So that's kind of why I did it this way rather than what I had before. This definitely, I think, shows my process and my thinking a lot better. So we're going to do the next one, and I actually am going to record the time lapse this time, which I feel like is going to make for a much better video. So I'll see you on the other side.
Represent the finest academic scholars and administrators in higher education, the Alumni Association Great Teachers, and the recipients of the Provost Outstanding Faculty Teaching Award.
Okay, here we go. So, finished up this one. This is the Death Burger portrait, and I love how it turned out. I'm very excited to keep going, and I just think that this has a good likeness, and it has a lot of that. Well, it has a lot of that like creepy, beat up look that he has to a lot of his work. He or she, I don't even know, but yeah, I feel really good about it. I didn't do any like cyberpunk stuff to it like they do, just because I just thought it would look cool, like if I did stuff that I actually have, except the hat doesn't, I don't have a hat that says free, but that's okay. Yeah, so the next one I'm going to do is Richard Leon's concept art. So once again, I'll throw it up on screen and in the description so you can see it and go and follow these people. Lots of concept art, really cool line work for their like concepts and stuff, and then also they do a lot of really high quality like end product stuff. So yeah, definitely check them out, and I'll see you after that.
in higher education, the Alumni Association Great Teachers, and the recipients of the Provost Outstanding Faculty Teaching Award.
Yeah, so this is the portrait based off of Richard Leon's concept art, and I really like the way that it turned out. I spent a lot of time on this one, trying to get the line work right, and I don't know if I did perfect, but I definitely think it's cool looking. It's kind of like got that sort of dirt and grunge that he has, and it looks like me, so yeah, definitely happy about that. I kind of look old in this one, but you know what? That's alright. Yeah, so last one is my style, and I'm sure you'll see a lot of like similarities, especially like in the process and stuff. It's just, you know, these are my inspirations, and just really take a lot from these artists. So it's always good to practice style and stuff like that, but sort of trying to take your art parents, as you hear a lot talked about, and then sort of make something new out of two different styles is definitely something that is challenging but very exciting. So I'll see you when I'm done. They stand and be recognized. Okay, so I've actually done this drawing, like this is the third time I've done this drawing, because I think one of the things that I struggle with as an artist is like finding a style and sticking with it and stuff, and I've done some that I like more than others, but I think I'm happy with this finally. I feel like it actually kind of represents my styles, and it kind of looks like some of the other work that I've done in the past, so I definitely am very proud of this piece over some of the other ones. So with that being said, now I have completed all of the illustrations. So let me gather those real quick. So starting off with the Bad Bucket style copy, I definitely like this one. This is one of my favorites. I think it looks the most like, or one of the most like the style that I was trying to copy. Definitely proud of how this turned out, and I think it looks a lot like me too. So I definitely feel pretty good about this. The next one we did was Jake Wyatt. This one, I don't know, kind of looks a little silly, but that's okay. I still think that it gets kind of his like goofy style across, and I did some things that definitely I've seen in his work, so feel good about that. It's kind of hard to represent his style without showing like darkness, because a lot of his images have like a lot of creepy dark themes to it. So the other one, or the third one that I did, was Death Burger. So here's this one. I think this one's probably my favorite. I think it looks a lot like him. I also draw like him a lot more frequently. I just practice drawing that style a lot more because I think it's fun. Very cool. Got to play with some color here. Very exciting. The last copy I did was Richard Leon's. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but I like this one a lot too. I like the sharp lines, and it's definitely kind of fun to try something new that's a little bit more geometric. I'm not sure if this really looks like his style, but I feel like it was a fun experiment, and I think it looks good. And then mine, the last one, which I sort of like a lot, and I think it might be another one of my favorites along with the Death Burger one. So I'm happy with how it turned out. And if you like how it turned out, go ahead and feel free to drop a like on this video. I'm going to keep releasing videos, so if you want to follow me, go ahead. That'd be awesome. We're going to try to do some lessons in drawing teaching, and I'm excited about, I want to teach art to people, and I want to create like a community of people who are growing in art together. So that's kind of what I'm passionate and excited about. So if you are too, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join me on that. We'll be releasing one video a week, and each one is going to be testing, something different, whether it's a challenge or a lesson. And the lessons are going to be formatted so that we're learning together. So I'm not perfect, and I know that I have a lot to learn, so if you want to join me while I learn, that would be great. So I'll see you guys next week.